The biggest goal of spring practice is what it would have been last year, and that's try to develop a two deep where there's no drop off. And we can have somebody coming in that looks just like the one that's playing. And it doesn't matter. Hopefully we'll end up being able to rotate 3 defensive lines, and they'll all look alike, and we can play more linebackers, and excuse me, we can play 6 or 8 secondary guys. So that's our goal. We've got a lot of individual goals for each side of the ball, all 3 phases. But the number one goal is that we want to come out of this being a team that is not devastated by injuries and does not get tired and worn out in the fourth quarter. And that's the biggest thing. Defensive goals would be tackle better, which is something everybody's working on all the time. Force more turnovers. We haven't forced the turnovers that we'd like to. And in the 2 years we've been here, and when you get better players and you put more pressure on the quarterback, hopefully we'll start doing better in that area. We want to play better the last 5 minutes of the half. We'd like to get more sacks by individuals instead of schemes, because so many of our schemes, our sacks have been because we developed a scheme to get there, not because we beat somebody one-on-one. So that's a huge emphasis. And like I just said, be good in the fourth quarter. And in the 4 games we lost, people ran the ball against us, and we've got to play more people and have better depth so we don't get tired and worn down in that fourth quarter. Offensive goals are we want fewer sacks, and we want to play better in the fourth quarter. Come out better to start the third quarter, but play better in the fourth quarter in that Notre Dame game and the game against A&M, where we weren't out there enough and allowed them to make more yards. And we also want to do a better job in the red zone and short yardage, that 3rd and 4, 4th and 2 area. We had great improvement this year in that area, but we still need to continue to grow and obviously continue to take care of the ball, because we've done an outstanding job of that the last couple of years. Goals for special teams is we want to be the best special teams in the country. And it's one of the reasons we hired Larry Porter and promoted him to assistant special teams coach, because he's the full-time special teams coach at Auburn. So we have 2 full-time special team coaches on our staff, and we may be one of the few universities that practice special teams a lot today in the first day of spring practice. So that's an area we've got to continue to grow and win some games in. We've been okay. We've been good at times. We've been bad at times, but more than not, we end up in the middle of the pack with the conference, and we want to be in the upper part of the nation. So we've really got to do an outstanding job in that area, especially on punt block, and punt return, because we haven't been good at punt blocks at all, and we've been good and bad on returns, but a lot of that was because Daz Newsome was a really good returner, and he made some of those yards on his own. So we do want to win some games because of our special teams.